Anyway, on our phone is Scrotum Boy, Mark Harris.
Old Scrotum Boy.
A lot of people. By the way, Mark, you'll be on the E! Show tonight because it's called the Mark Harris and His Project Show. This is where Mark comes on and tells us about all his projects, but we actually have tape of them.
Oh, wonderful.
Howard, you're the most wonderful human being that America can offer.
Right.
And I mean it sincerely.
That's all right. I don't need to be complimented by
you. You should be. You deserve it.
No. Anyway, the only reason we're talking to Mark Harris today...
when Mark compliments you, you don't feel complimented.
Yeah, you just feel like it's empty and shallow, and quite frankly, it's embarrassing.
Boy, if I thought you meant it, I'd cry. And after all this eye surgery, that's all I'm doing is crying.
Mark Harris he checked himself into a hospital. Now, Mark Harris is the guy who was married to Martha Ray.
Yes.
And he had two choices. He could have taken Martha's money and thrown it out the window, or he could have had his scrotum operated on.
And he took which side?
He took the scrotum.
You know the part I don't understand? I'm getting to understand the controversy, but this flamboyance, I don't understand.
Right. And we don't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, we have never understood. Some things don't change. We've never understood a word you're saying.
So, okay, the guy marries Martha Ray. She's 100 years old.
And at that time, he didn't care about his looks.
Right. And now
that she's bit the dust.
You've inherited some money, I assume.
No, I've not come into money. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Not for another 10 months.
Okay. But money is coming in.
I have a lot of
doing
supporters.
All of this on,
Right.
A lot of supporters, a lot of backers, with complete backing from the fur industry.
So Mark Harris comes in, and he says, I'm going into the hospital. I'm going to have my scrotum operated on.
Yeah,
so
he's got to find a new mate, so he's going to take care of his looks.
So I said, wait a second. I don't know that science has really examined the scrotum as thoroughly as it should in terms of plastic surgery, and I have never heard in my entire life of someone getting a scrotum tuck.
Well,
that was
Howard,
a new one on me.
Can I tell you the scoop on what happened with the scrotum?
Go ahead.
I went in, seriously speaking.
All right, be honest about it. Don't give me a joke.
100%.
All right.
For a brow lift,
right.
a facelift.
All right, that I understand.
No, you got to hear what happened because I almost lost my life. Stomach lift.
Gee.
Stomach
lift. And a ball lift. Why I went in for a ball lift, I thought, with age, it hangs. I had no way of knowing.
But let me ask you something. Do you look at yourself in the mirror and evaluate yourself so closely? I mean, you want to talk about...
I can see.
No, I'm trying to tell you a true story here.
You want to talk about the height of vanity?
Yeah.
A guy who looks in the mirror...
If I did not go in...
And critiques
Wait
his
a
own
minute,
scrotum...
Mark.
I had a triple hernia.
No, hold it. The hernia is irrelevant. You didn't go into the hospital knowing you had a hernia.
I didn't know I had.
All right. You went in and you looked at yourself in the mirror nude and you didn't like the way your scrotum looked.
That's correct.
As if there's a standard of beauty for one's scrotum.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I now stand for it.
Nobody has evaluated.
Breast job I can understand because a woman wears a bathing suit, she wears an evening gown, or, like cleavage is a whole sexual thing. Nobody looks at the scrotum.
That is the one section of the body nobody has touched.
Nobody even wants.
Of evaluation.
Yeah,
when you wear briefs and your biggest decision in the morning is to swing it to the right or the left, and you want it to go back when you were 20, you have it done.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're saying that the doctor who did this to you has done it on other people?
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, Howard. I have to ask you, do you have that much trouble making that decision in the morning? And do you notice the difference between 20 and 40?
No. I'm telling you, I've never thought about it. And here's the point, that it's such a sensitive area, and that controls your ejaculation, I suppose it has something to do with urination. I mean, it's involved in a lot. Has to do with the voice, everything. Has to do with the amount of...
voice.
I'm not going to sing one octave higher.
The amount of testosterone. I mean, that area is a very important area to guys. Why would you want to go through?
The bottom line is, Howard, thank God I did because I had triple hernia.
All right, but forget the hernia. You went in because of vanity.
It's vanity.
And then, is it that you were with... I know you're with men. When a guy was down there on his knees, did he sit there and go...
No,
Did anybody say something?
French to me, if you must know. So they said, c'était très perfect. I said, pour mon âge, vraiment.
Why would you risk your genitals being injured in a surgery?
Well, what was the risk? Being firmer? That was the only risk I was taking.
I'm not getting it.
They were not removing my testicles.
Would you risk infection in your testicles and possible removal of your testicles?
With modern-day medicine and the likes of Keflex, I had no problems.
Well, he believes in modern medicine.
Yeah, he sure does.
But having his scrotum move to his chin.
No, the only thing they did move, which I wasn't aware of, was my belly button.
And why would you even get all of that stomach work and stuff done. If you don't diet, it's only going to just...
Oh, no, I do diet. I do diet.
And you don't exercise.
Right.
Not like I should.
So
in 8 weeks from now, I will be returning to the gym.
You'll be making an entrance.
Making an appearance in a full
Oh, and then some. Make my debut right with you, Howard, to the best. Did you get in the New York papers what I'm doing with the furs that's been carried out here?
Uh-oh. Is this another show where Mark Harris will get on and tell us about all his projects?
Right.
And meanwhile, we've seen none of them. We've seen none of them. We've seen nothing come to fruition.
Because I spoke to Cindy Adams. She carried it. Liz Smith carried it. I'm doing an interview with the New York Times.
And they carried what?
In the LA Times.
And what is the announcement?
Okay. My marriage, for whatever reason, has been surrounded by such controversy that even today there is controversy from the grave. In the charities, and I only found this out a week before Christmas. I never read the will. Martha left money naming one of the charities PETA, the Humane Treatment of Animals. Now, I'm not looking to deal with endangered species, but I'm not looking to lose the fur industry. We can't afford to
What's he talking about?
He can't even make this clear.
Right, what is he saying?
Martha Ray left a portion of money to PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and Mark is now making fur coats. So, of course, people are, PETA's always been fighting the fur industry.
Right.
And they're saying he's using Martha Ray's money to make furs when she was trying to make people stop wearing them.
Oh.
I recall the privilege of decent people in a society of free entities.
He's reading, isn't he?
Yes.
He's reading his statement.
He's got a statement ready.
What a dick.
With dictatorship and conforming to a structured way.
He is reading a statement on my show.
It sounds like President
It's a press conference.
Right to wear fur, as long as the skins are not endangered. The PETA organization should adapt a more distinguished method so that American people can feel.
Listen to this. He thinks I'm going to put this on my show and let him drone on.
That's the way they do.
If I hung up, he wouldn't even know. He doesn't know we're not even listening.
The liberals, along with the PETA organization,
He's in love with the sound of
are no different than the McCarthyites of yesterday. Any group of people who demand all of us to obey these ideas.
This is a guy having a party. I swear to God. You can put him down all you want.
He has a fine life.
He's all worked up over the PETA organization.
And I'm going to take them on like David and Goliath, and I have main support.
Well, that was a beautiful speech.
Wow.
It's the truth. Howard, you're very pro-American, and you're a very good guy, and my hat's off to you, and I mean it sincerely. Can we afford to keep losing industries here?
In all seriousness, I just want to know about your scrotum, okay?
Is that it?
Yeah, no offense.
You want to donate for another scrotum operation?
No, that's okay. Hey, listen, Mark, I gotta run.
Where you running?
I gotta leave. And how long are you going to be in the hospital for?
I'm not in the hospital. I'm in a hotel recuperating with a nurse.
Oh, you hired a nurse.
And President Clinton has received a fax from me today. I'm on my way to Washington.
What does it cost?
What are you calling the president about?
I'll get that. Just one quick question. What does it cost to have your scrotum tightened?
The scrotum alone?
Yeah.
$3,000.
$3,000?
Yeah.
So you're talking about, $20,000 worth of surgery you just had?
40.
40.
And what about President Clinton?
Would you like me to read the fax that he's received?
You sent him a fax?
Yes,
no, that's okay. That's all right. I'll skip that.
No, it was with fullest apologies, and I want to put the country first.
Oh, you're apologizing to President Clinton?
Yes.
For your song?
No, not for the song.
What are you apologizing
for? The song
for?
should be taken in the spirit of humor.
Do you realize this guy has more correspondence with President Clinton?
What is he apologizing to the president about?
You must be on like an FBI list. They're probably investigating.
I have spoken with the FBI. I've spoken with the CIA. I have never caused harm or threatened him, and I am now in his fullest support, and I wish him well.
What is it you're apologizing for?
Would you like me to read it to you?
You
All right.
have to read it.
All right, go ahead.
Dear President Clinton.
Does it have the word PETA in it?
It's very hard for me to read because my eyes are bloodshot, but I'm going to do this carefully if you let me.
We have a camera on him, by the way. I can't wait to see that vision.
Well, you're going to let me model my 5 designs?
No. Go ahead.
Oh, you don't want to see my first?
No, just go.
Dear President Clinton and First Lady Hillary, I want you to believe that at this point in my life, with the absence of Martha Ray, I mean to do nothing more than to benefit the country with pro-American sentiment. If you both will be kind enough to excuse my past behavior and whatever methods I needed to get your attention for Martha Ray, then you can believe that I had to act in that fashion. I recently underwent surgery and have had a triple hernia operation.
A triple hernia.
How
many nuts do you have? You got a triple hernia?
Yeah, it was very bad, Howard.
I recently underwent surgery. This is like him, applying for sympathy.
Moreover,
you are a character.
Yeah, he had a hernia on top of his hernia, and then had a hernia.
This is a guy who badmouthed President Clinton.
Yeah.
Now he's writing a letter. He loves President Clinton.
I'm so sorry.
And now, he's gonna ask President Clinton to do something about the fur industry. And then as soon as President Clinton ignores it, which you know he will, Mark will be writing bad letters.
He'll be screaming at him again.
What a dick.
You don't think that he would come to the aid of America?
No.
And save our industry?
Not if you write him.
Oh, Howard. Of course he will.
Better off dead.
No,
I think he'll just skip it.
No, Howard.
All right, continue with your letter. Your triple hernia.
Okay. I desperately
just from lifting all those guys.
I desperately seek a meeting.
How did you get a triple hernia?
From lifting Martha for 2 years, and I had no way of knowing it.
She was 80 pounds.
Yes, but when you carry it all on your left hand and on your left side, you can cause a rupture.
And you didn't know you had a hernia?
I swear on my life I didn't. I thought it was age.
It was a rupture.
A rupture. You're mimicking me.
All right, finish your letter.
I desperately seek a meeting with the two of you for
that'll happen.
media coverage that will benefit our country and bring awareness to America and our industry first.
You're so ridiculous.
I do not endorse endangered species. Unless America gets more lighthearted and free-spirited, we will all be condemned to the microscopic scrutiny and cold war reality of all that plagues us.
Signed, Sphincter of the House.
That's beautiful.
No, I'm serious, Al.
All right, very good. Listen, I have to go.
You don't want to see me in red mink. You don't want to see my chinchilla. But I'm going back to Washington to play. My show is up for sale now. We did very well at NAPD. I believe you're showing a part of it tonight.
Yes, we will be.
Did you get to see it yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
4 guys, 4.
Don't you want to produce it, Howard, through your studio?
No, that's not my bag.
Howard's going to be the food taster.
4 guys.
Very good. Mark Harris, star.
I can't wait to see tonight.
He was on the phone. Someone told me they were on the phone booking him the other day for this show, and he was, again, talking about what a big star he's going to be, and now he's more convinced than ever.
Howard.
It's just a matter of time.
I'm going to be the biggest. The biggest star.
Tell everyone how big you're going to be.
Well, not as big as I would have to do for more liposuction. But in this
now, you see, now he's kidding around.
You know what he told me last night?
What did he tell you?
He's going to be the next Carol Lombard.
No, it's really funny.
What did he tell you?
Don't make things up.
He does exaggerate. You know, he does tend to exaggerate. He said, hey, the good news is, did you hear, E is going to acquire my show. What's that cooking show called again?
They're speaking with Hal Stallmaster, my agent, for a national acquisition.
No, they're speaking to get it, to acquire it, to show it on tonight's E show, Howard Stern show, but not to acquire it. And I'm saying, hey, E's going to show the Dopey Cooking Show. Who knows?
Right.
Do you really think...
He goes around. You see what he does? He goes around and he goes, E, I'm now talking with E about acquiring...
no, my agent is correct.
And they are talking with acquisitions. They want to acquire...
We want to acquire it so we can show it during the Mark Harris appearance.
Hey, that's a good idea, Howard. And you could learn to cook.
All right. Very good, Mark. I have to go.
Good luck, Howard.
Good luck recovering. Good luck recovering from your ball surgery.
Thank you very much.
Very good, Mark Harris, Martha Ray's husband.
Bye.
The husband of Martha Ray.
He's very funny because that's what he does. What he'll do is I have people reading my script in Australia.
Right.
That means he took it and mailed it to Australia. He doesn't know if anybody's reading it.
I have people reading it right now.
You always have to read between the lines with Mark.
People are reading it now.
The Bushmen are
There is
reading it.
interest in Australia.
Aborigines and Bushmen are reading it as we speak.
A trained kangaroo is reading it as we speak.
Well, bless my didgeridoo.
Yeah. Let me take a break here, Rob, and we'll start the news right after these words.
Let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
All right, we're rolling. Well, we've had an exciting show. I never even got to the O.J. tape, Robin. I'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, how could we run out of time for O.J.?
Guys fighting with their wives, scrotum surgery, various other things. All covered. PETA. I like Mark Harris. Everything he's up to, he has to write to President Clinton about. And no concept that President Clinton might not care.
And just imagine, he's not the only sort of wacky out there person who's writing to the president. So the White House is sitting under an avalanche of that kind of silly mail.
And the president has to sit there and...
Well, they have to hire people to open that stuff, and some of it surely has to cross his desk just so he knows.
I wonder if they get the letter and go, look at this one.
Oh, I got to show you this.
Recovering from surgery. Surgery that he elected to have.
Triple hernia surgery.
Yeah, doesn't mention the fact that he had his sack made nicer looking.
And then First Lady Hillary.
I write this letter to you.
My heels are looking a little fat, so I'm having some rhinoplasty done next week.
You know something, as bizarre as that sounds, I would have my heels thinned before I would have my testicles worked on.
My earlobes are getting fat. Maybe I should have them trimmed.
Suck the gravy out of them.